Reincarnated. Ooh, this is old school.
I got this fire burning in me from within. Concentrated thoughts on who I used to be. I'm shedding skin.
Is this like a Tupac sample? Wait, I'm gonna say Tupac. Tupac. Side tangent.
I got this fire burning in me from within. Concentrated thoughts on who I used to be. I'm shedding skin. Every day a new version of me, a third of me demented, cemented in pain, juggling the pros and cons of fame. I don't know how to make friends. I'm a lonely soul. I recollect this isolation. I was 4 years old. Truth be told, I've been battling myself, trying to navigate the real and fake, cynical about the judgment day. I did past life progression last year and it fucked me up. Reincarnated on this earth for 100+ body.
Okay, this is the substance I was looking for actually, and I just pointed it out at the end of my last reaction. This is great substance. This is what I want. This is him talking from that perspective, talking about fame, power, finding friends in the industry when you're at the level that he is.
I did past life progression last year and it fucked me up. Reincarnated on this earth for 100+. Body after body, lesson after lesson. Let's take it back to Michigan in 1947. My father kicked me out the house cause I wouldn't listen to him. I didn't care about his influence, only loved what I was doing. Gifted as a musician, I play guitar on a grand level. The most talented where I'm from, but I had to rebel. And so I'm off in the sunset, searching for my place in the world. With my guitar up on my hip, that's the story unfurl. I found myself with a pocket full of money and a whole lot of respect. While the record business love me, I was head of rhythm and blues. The women that fell to their feet, so many to choose. But I manipulated power as I lied to the man.
Sorry, I'm looking up 1947. Wait, dude, this is the problem with Kendrick. Like, he'll make these references that could lead you into a whole rabbit hole. So if you guys actually look up Tupac 1947, you're gonna see, I don't even want to get, I'm confused. I need to read up on that.
Asses died with my money, gluttony was too attractive. Reincarnated. Another life, it placed me as a black woman in the chitlin circuit. Seductive vocalist as the promoter hit the curtains. My voice was angelic, straight from heaven. The crowd sobbed. A musical genius, what the articles emphasize. Had everything.
Interesting. So this is storytelling right here. It's beautiful. It sounds great, but I don't know if he's even talking about himself or he's storytelling about like some other people.
Another life, it placed me as a black woman in the chitlin circuit. Seductive vocalist as the promoter hit the curtains. My voice was angelic, straight from heaven. The crowd sobbed. A musical genius, what the articles emphasize. Had everything I wanted, but I couldn't escape addiction. Heroin needles had me in fetal position, restricted. Turned on my family, I went wherever cameras be. Cocaine, no private planes for my insanity. Self-indulged, discipline never been my sentiments. I needed drugs. To me, an 8-ball was like penicillin. Fuck love. My happiness was in that brown sugar. Sex and melodies gave me hope when nobody's looking. My first.
This actually describes so many different people. Once they get money, once they get fame, it feels like they all start using cocaine. They all start tumbling down. And only the most driven, the most passionate about music actually don't fall in that trap, because even when they're at the top, they want to stay at the top, right? Like that's, and there's so little people that have that sort of passion, right? Because as soon as you can like live without having to work, you start pursuing so many different passions and things can change. Whereas some people are so driven and so obsessed with that one thing that got them all the money in the first place that they don't even care about the money and they keep going. That's a bit of a rant, but what he's referring to here is very common. Very common.
Sex and melodies gave me hope when nobody's looking. My first assistant was a small town scholar. Never did a quaalude till I got myself around her. My daddy looked at her the way he saw sin in me. I died with syringes pinched in me. Reincarnated. Lamar, a rapper looking at the lyrics to keep you in awe. The only factor I respected was raising the bar. My
Okay, I see now. It all makes sense. He's taking the past souls from the people he's referring, and then moving from one person to one person, saying it's the same soul reincarnated. And now he's going, okay, see, I just had to listen to more of it to understand. Okay, so it started. I don't know who the girl is that he's talking about, the female singer, but I know obviously the first one, and then the female singer, and then him. Which female singer is he talking about? Die with syringes?
My present life is Kendrick Lamar, a rapper looking at the lyrics to keep you in awe. The only factor I respected was raising the bar. My instincts sent material straight to the charts. My father kicked me out the house, I finally forgive him. I'm old enough to understand the way I was living. Ego and pride had me looking at him with resentment. I close my eyes, hoping that I don't come off contentious. I'm yelling, Father, did I finally get it right? Everything I did was selfless. I spoke freely when the people needed me, I helped them. I didn't gloat, even told them no when the vultures came. Took control of my fleshly body when the money changed. Son, you do well, but your heart is closed. I can tell residue that linger from your past creates itself. Father,
this conversational rapping that he has with the voices in his heads that he does in every album is a concept that's actually, it seems very easy to do, but it's so hard for it to hit. If another rapper did this, it would sound corny. It would sound corny, doing all these voices and this acting and being more extravagant in how you're delivering. It would sound corny or like comedy or whatever it is. But with Kendrick Lamar, he dances that line so well. Not a lot of people can do this. Not a lot of people can use these voices in this way and have such a huge crowd support it and mess with it.
Close, I can tell residue that linger from your past creates itself. Father, I'm not perfect, I got urges, but I hold them down. But your pride has to die. Okay, Father, show me how. Tell me every deed that you done and what you do it for. I kept 100 institutions paid. Okay, tell me more. I put 100 hoods on one stage. Okay, tell me more. I'm trying to push peace in LA. But you love war. No, I don't. Oh, yes, you do. Okay, then tell me the truth. Every individual is only a version of you. How can they forgive when there's no forgiveness in your heart? I can tell you where I'm going. I can tell you who you are. You fell out of heaven cause you was anxious. Didn't like authority, only searched to be heinous. Isaiah 14 was the only thing that was prevalent. My great
Guys, we need to listen to this like 5 times in a row. I'm listening and yeah, I'm stopping my recording after this and I'm actually gonna re-listen to this. This is giving us such a huge peek behind the curtains, behind what Kendrick feels, how his inner thought patterns go. This is super cool, man. This one is cool. I like this one a lot. I just need to figure out who the second person he's referring to is.
This music director was you. It was colors, it was pinks, it was reds, it was blues, it was harmony and motion. I sent you down to earth cause you was broken. Rehabilitation, not psychosis. But now we here now. Centuries you manipulated man with music. Embodied you as superstars to see how you moving. You came a long way from garnishing evilish views. And all I ever wanted from you was love and approval. I learned a lot, no more putting these people in fear. The more that word is the...
Here it is. I got it. The second a female Chitlin circuit vocalist who achieved widespread fame and fortune but struggled with substance abuse is most likely Dina Washington. Okay, so people don't know for sure either, but it's most likely. Okay.
Diminish, the more it's not real. The more light that I can capture, the more I can feel. I'm using words for inspiration as an ideal. So can you promise that you won't take your gifts for granted?
I'm using words for...
The more that word is diminished, the more it's not real. The
more the word that he's referring to is diminished, the more it's not real. The more everything that happened around that word is not real.
The more light that I can capture, the more I can feel. I'm using words for inspiration as an ideal. So
I'm using words for an inspiration as... Someone take his pen away.
Can capture the more I can feel. I'm using words for inspiration as an ideal. So can you promise that you won't take your gifts for granted? I promise that I use my gifts to bring understanding. For every man, woman, and child, how much can you vow? I found my life just to live one in harmony now. You crushed a lot of people keeping their thoughts in captivity. And I'm ashamed that I ever created that enemy. And let's rejoice where we at. I rewrote the devil's story just to take our power back. Reincarnated. Let's rejoice where we at. I rewrote the devil's story just to take our power back. Reincarnated.
The last like minute and a half of this song is, bro, this is insane. The last minute and a half of the song is so crazy. I mean, the whole concept is insane, and I love it. But the last part, the inner conversations with his voices, right? It's not one voice he keeps hearing. It's multiple voices like echoing, kind of like a chorus. It's like a crowd of all his inner voices talking back to him. So he's like, no, I feel this. And Eminem did that in one of his songs as well in his album this year. I love when they do that because it shows that like no single human, I'm sorry, I'm ranting at the end here. No single human is so like hard-headed and so decisive all the time. But the world makes us think that we always have to have one opinion, one thought process, one decision, one direction every single time. But there's so many situations where we kind of weigh both sides and we're not even sure where we fall. That's just our inner dialogue, right? And we don't see that expressed and interpreted the way that Kendrick is doing it here. Not too often, at least. We've seen it a few times, but everyone's got their own inner dialogue. So I hear the same concept out of another artist, I will like it just as much because this is them accepting that they haven't gotten it figured out yet, right? And no one has it figured out, but a lot of rappers especially like to pretend like they have it figured out. They like to pretend like they're the man, they're braggadocious in that way. But he's talking about the struggles between that side of him, the confident side, and the side that's a bit unsure, the side that everyone has, but that rappers downplay. Beautiful. Beautiful.